Tuesday on Bad Dog Comedy TV, live on YouTube and Quarantea. Now, please give it up in the chat for your host, Tamara Shevon.
Yes, girl. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. How's it going? Quarantea is back, everyone. You know what it is. Quarantea, every week we're going to have a topic that we talk about. Some of the best people in the scene coming on, comedians, talking about these crazy, crazy issues. And we're spilling the tea. Not only our own tea, but tea on everything. We're so bored we're spilling our own tea. You know what it is. So if you do like what you see, which you will because Quarantea is amazing, you can donate to the show at baddogtheater.com/quarantea. It's going to be a wild show. I'm super excited to have this guest on, one of my favorite people, up and coming in the scene, one of my favorite people to watch. Give it up for the very talented Jade Niles. Craig, everyone.
What's up? What's up?
Yes. Coming to you live from my home bar. You know what I mean? It's kind of nice to not have to worry about going to a bar. I tip myself.
That's the mood for 2021 is tip your damn self.
Tip yourself. So for anyone that doesn't know what Quarantea is about, what we're doing is we are going to have these topics every week talking about issues that are going on that people need to be educated on. We're spilling the tea on times that people weren't educated and kind of like made us feel a certain type of way. And we're going to just clarify everything for everyone so everything's good for 2022 when we finally get out of lockdown.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. You can never be too sure. This week we are talking about hair care. Hair care. I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you. I feel so good with it. I'm so glad I did it.
I actually I feel like I have the face for it, which is such a narcissistic thing to say. I have the face for it. But I can't bring myself to do it because I think of all the times I got like my hair pulled on Sunday evening by my mom with a big tooth comb and like Dax and, you know, lustrous pink moisturizer. Not the Dax.
I can smell it when you said that.
Anyone that doesn't know what Dax is a full-blown lotion for your hair. Like, I don't even know. It smells like candy. Yeah.
Like candy that you, like candy and soap, like just enough that it smells like soap that you don't eat it.
Yeah. There's like this little thing where like, oh, it's green. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm like, why did I put in all that work if I'm not going to have this hair still?
Yeah. I mean, that's like the number one thing that I hear when people are commenting on my shaved head is they're like, I could never do it. And I'm like, I didn't join the army. Like, this isn't that brave. Like, people are like, you're so brave. And I'm like, I didn't do anything that, if anything, I'm a coward who is like, I don't have time for this. I'm just going to get rid of it. Like,
every time I spend 2 hours taking my hair out and then like 2 hours washing it and then 2 hours straightening it and then 10 hours putting it back in, I'm like, I'm going to shave my head. And I don't mean like June white woman shave my head. I mean like forever. Like,
yeah.
Like, that was a wild time.
It was just like the fact that it made such news, and I was like, Black women and Black femmes have been shaving their head since the beginning of time, and no one was ever like, this just in.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at The Bachelor right now because I actually watched that because I have no moral standards, and there's one girl on there with like her head shaved, and I'm like, go on.
Oh no, you froze. Or did I freeze?
Okay, so let's do this. Let's get into this. Let's go over the questions. So I got 3 questions here for you, 1 bonus question. You got to answer these questions fully, completely, honestly, no matter what. You know, drag people. do you solemnly swear to drag?
I solemnly swear to drag whoever needs it, whoever deserves it.
To spill all the tea until it overfloweth.
I do.
Let's get started. Okay, first question. What is the best and worst thing you have ever had said about your hair?
Okay, the best thing that I've ever had said about my hair is it's not like a thing that's been said, but it's like when I have my hair out, when I had hair to be out, and another like black person would ask me what I use in my hair, that's like the biggest compliment.
Yes.
Cause it's like, it's not even like, oh, you look nice. It's like, I want my hair to look like yours. And that's like such a huge compliment. And then I get so excited to be like, oh, I tried this and I did this and this works and blah, blah. And the
That,
worst thing?
yeah, I love that. The worst thing. What's the worst thing?
Oh, God. I actually went to a school when I was in like third or fourth grade. I went to a school in Etobicoke and the students were calling me nappy head. And I was like, my hair is laid, so this is just racist because there's nothing nappy about my hair. And my mom is white and she didn't always know what to do with it, but she did her best. Like she bought bottles and bottles of pink lotion and like nothing was flying around. So I was like, this isn't about my hair.
Wow. Okay. Oh, so much to uncover with everything that you just said right now. Okay. First of all, do you want to explain what having your hair out is? Because some people might.
I just mean like a fro, like when my fro is out, when it's not in a ponytail, it's not pinned up or anything like that. Or if it's in a pineapple. And so I'd have it just gathered on the top with like the curls just overflowing from the top.
Overflow
Like
it.
yours right now, basically.
Yeah, except like,
Yeah.
except you don't buy
I wanted to do braids so badly, but I kept waiting until it was like going to be safe enough to go to someone and have them braid my hair. And then I was like, I don't know, like it's not going to happen for a while and then no one's going to see them, so I'm not spending the money. Like,
Yeah, you know what? It's very weird because like I feel like having braids are part of my identity. And so when I see like when I had my hair out, I had people be like, "Oh my gosh, I love that. Like what are you doing with your hair?" And no one understands how much of a compliment that is because like people think that if you are a black woman, you can just leave your hair out and it's just like that. Like why do you worry about it? It's like no, it takes more time than anything else because you have to be like, doesn't this one side's like shorter, one side's longer, one side's curlier, one side's wetter, one side doesn't have enough like moisturizer, one side has too much, like the back looks weird. Do you want to make it like triangle in the back? You can't take photos.
yeah.
Because
Or you do your hair and then you take a photo and you're like, fuck, I missed a spot. And you have to like go back. Like,
yes, it's crazy. And so like everyone thinks that having a fro is just so easy to have. And it's like it takes 2 hours to leave the house.
yeah.
Like for anyone that doesn't know this, it takes more time than anything else.
Yeah. If you
I'd
like,
rather straighten my hair.
yeah, that's what I did. I chemically relaxed my hair from the ages of 8 to 18. So when I was 18, I was straightening it once a week. On wash day, I would wash it. I would put like heat protector in it after I deep conditioned it. And then I would straighten it. So wash day took like, it was like a 2.5 hour process sometimes, especially if you get a deep conditioner that has to sit for like 50 minutes. Like, that's when you go to the grocery store with a plastic wrap and then a satin scarf so that you're not just walking around with a plastic cap on your head.
Right?
And yeah, I would straighten it. And so after a while I was like, well, I can spend a couple $100 every 3 months to get it like properly relaxed by a stylist, or I can just leave it alone because I'm flat ironing my hair anyway, so I might as well just remove that middle step. It wasn't even to go on a natural hair journey. It was just to like save money.
That's
And
how it always is.
yeah, and then I was all of a sudden like, I don't know what the texture of my hair looks like. I'm an adult. I'm 18. I don't know what my hair needs. I don't know what it's supposed to do. I don't know how to take care of it. And so I just went on a spree on YouTube and learned how to actually take care of my hair and then started to actually love it and slowly cut off all the bits that were relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the key part. Right now I have some ends that I need to cut off. But I went like, yeah, it's a whole process. Also, people calling you nappy head at school. Like, what school was this? Let's drag them.
It was, I have no idea what it was called. My mom probably remembers. It was a French immersion school in Etobicoke that
That's
I
enough.
went
That's
to.
all you have to say.
Yeah, for like 5 minutes. And my mom brought me to the principal's office and we sat with them and we were like, what are you guys going to do about this? And they were like, kids are going to be kids. And they were like, where did they learn the word nappy head? You're really going to like, somebody had to teach them.
Yo,
Yeah.
I actually need, like, we will find this school and we will be tagging this later.
I love that.
It's going to be Drag Nation.
I want reparations.
Please don't drag me. Oh. Question number 2. What is the most frustrating thing you've ever had to explain about your hair?
Not to touch it. Like, you would think that that would be the most obvious, and I actually have more issues with people touching my hair when I don't have hair than when I do. Like, I've had people just come up, especially when I had hair here and it was just an undercut, and people are like, I love your haircut, and they touch it. And I'm like, you were like 2 inches away from saying, you have such beautiful skin, and just caressing my cheek. Like, you would never do that to a person, so why would you touch my bare scalp?
You know what's so nuts about this? It's like when I lived in China, I would get my hair done. And you know when you get your braids done for the first time and they're so tender, like everything hurts so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be in the Wume, which is like the Walmart. It's called Walmart, but it's Walmart for like China. And people would come. It's like they knew I just freshly got it done, obviously, because it looks really nice. And I would be trying to pick up oranges and people would be like pulling on my hair. And literally I had to train my best friend Lewis, who is a British man, okay, who has never had to like really experience being a hair bodyguard. But he would come around and be like, do not touch her. Do not touch her. He literally had to protect my hair for like a week. And people would come up and be like, oh, how do you get it like that? But like, my favorite thing is my favorite question, which I'm sure you've gotten when you've had braids. How do you wash it? Do you ever get that question?
I haven't had braids for like I've never had braid extensions. I've only had like single braids done with my own hair. But I've had that question when I have like cornrows and people ask me that and I'm like, with my hands and some water.
I don't know how to respond.
Shampoo. Like, I just don't understand who thinks that any of us are interested in giving someone what's the word I'm looking for? I'm blanking so hard right now, but like here it is, a demonstration.
Well, I
want what we do in the shower.
That's what I mean, though. Like, what do you want me to be like first? I put the like. What do you? It's the implication that we don't wash our hair.
Yeah, or that like. It's the implication that it's exciting to us the way that it is to other people. I'm like, I don't know. How do you wash your hair? How do you control your hands when you have nothing there's nothing there because it's just out? Like, we're not asking people this. Like, I don't know. It's just sad. A lot of people think a tutorial. Yes, that is also a correct word.
Yeah.
People just think
tutorial.
Yeah, that it's so exciting. And the sad part about that is that people think it's exciting because there's no representation. And so the default is all those Herbal Essences commercials where everyone washing their hair just goes like this. And so we just assume that that's how it's done. And like,
that's the thing though, because I'm just like, if there was actual representation of us being able to be like, look, and there is, but no one's really watching those shows. Mm-hmm. And there's this weird like stigma around like leaving your hair out. Like, for example, for me, I've been under this weird thing where like I feel like not even myself fully unless I have braids, because I have this weird attachment to having long hair. even though my hair naturally is long, it's not long enough. You know what I mean? It's because it's based on the representation that I've seen my whole life, and I've just started becoming a lot more comfortable in my own skin and like being like, yes, these are extensions. Yes, I have actual hair. It's a protective hairstyle. And then when you say protective hairstyle to people, they're like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like, this hair is not like every other. I was in swimming, like I was a competitive swimmer for like a really long time. And so I would always resent the fact that I couldn't just jump in the water like everybody else. I had to wear those Speedo caps.
Yeah.
And I had to, like, really like push it in and not have the hair in. And I was like, I just want to leave my hair out. My mom was like, sick, go do it.
Your mom's like,
go do it. You wanna be a white girl? Go do it. And so I literally jumped in. I've never cried harder in a summer, okay? All my hair was gone, bro. Yeah. I had to regrow that, and I was like, yo, mom, I get it now.
yeah.
Cap.
Yeah. My grandma would get pissed at me because she would do my hair when I saw her like once a week, once every other week. And then if I had swimming, because I went to an elementary school for a while where there was a community center attached that had a pool. So swimming was just one of our PE classes once a week. And I did not get a swim cap because my mom is white and didn't understand the importance of getting me a swim cap. So I never wore one. And I remember all of my Black friends seeing my fresh braid up and being like, are you sure you're going to go in the water? They're like, what are you talking about? And I would go back to my grandma, and my grandma would be like, am I a joke to you? Like, I just braided this.
It's all, yo, the look, like when I like actually started pulling clumps out of my hair, my mom was like, that's what you get, bro. Like, you think this is a game? Like,
yeah.
You want to sit at home and you don't remember those 5 hours of you crying with the blow dryer?
Okay. Exactly.
That's so crazy. Okay. Question number 3. What to you is the biggest misconception about Black hair?
I'm having a hard time picking between the biggest misconception and the one that bothers me the most.
You can do both.
Okay. I think the biggest misconception is that it doesn't grow and that it can't be long and that a bunch of Black people, specifically like Black women, have extensions because that's their only option for long hair. And yeah, you probably know what I'm talking about more than I even know what I'm talking about on this front.
You know what? I actually will say before you get into it that I do resent the fact that people think that just because someone's mixed, they don't have the same experience with hair. Because my sister is my sister, and I have completely different hair from her. And I feel like every hair journey is different, and everything is relevant, and every problem that you have was trying to maneuver how you're going to deal with your hair and grow to love it is all valid. I hate when people are like, well, you're mixed, so you wouldn't get it. It's like, you're Black, so you have Black hair. Like,
you.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I do know what you mean. I do.
And I think it's almost like harder to have like a white woman be like, what am I doing with this hair? Like,
yeah.
I bless your mom for doing that, but like, there's no like, my hair is thicker, so you don't get it, or my hair is thinner, so you have nice Black hair. Like, that is all like colorism bull.
Yeah,
crap.
when people say you have good hair.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned the documentary earlier. That's the whole thing, is when you're mixed, it's like, you're mixed, so you have good hair. Like, we all have good hair. What are you talking about?
You ever watched that Chris Rock release Dog with Good Hair? No, I haven't. I haven't actually watched anything from Chris Rock in a bit, but I will. Is he basically saying what I'm saying? Because then I'll watch it.
I mean, pretty much. It's a whole documentary that I believe the idea came to him when his daughter asked him, like, do I have good hair? Or like, why don't I have good hair? He had to like teach her. And there's a segment that's my favorite where he's like, how come people only want to buy like Indian hair, like when it comes to making weaves? Like, why don't they want to buy froze? So he goes around with a big clear bag of like afros and curly hair, and he's going to hair salons and asking them if they want to buy it to sell his weave. And he's like asking them why they don't want to buy it. It's a great segment. And then there's like a hairdressing competition that is so sick. It's a great documentary. Definitely watch it.
I like so here's the thing. The whole reason why Jade and I decided that we were even going to do this topic, because there are going to be different topics every week, is that I was going into my own personal situation where I kept trying to explain to like my boyfriend's family that like I just can't use products that are used in their house, and that's just not the same. And I had to just vent to someone that like, I get it, everyone means well and everyone wants the best, but it's like I've lived through this my whole life and I like know what I need for my hair. And it was just going through this whole situation of being like, I used to be like, okay, I used to use Dippity Doo, bro.
What is that?
It's like it's gel, first of all, like rock hard gel that like white guys used to use to spike their hair in like the 90s. I used to use that and part my hair down the middle into pigtail with Dippity Doo hard gel. Like, I just was so enthralled in this whole idea of like, any product will work. Yeah, right? And I have just started to become really like comfortable with the fact that I'm going to be someone that is actually able to embrace my hair, and that this is like, these braids are a choice because I'm lazy, not because I'm ashamed of my culture.
Exactly. Exactly. Like the first time, because this is the third time in my life that I've completely shaved my head. The first time I did it, I decided that I wanted bright purple hair. So I was like, I'm going to bleach the hell out of it and dye it purple. And when it no longer forms a curl and looks bad, I'm just going to shave my head and then grow it back out. And I shaved it and I was like, oh, I actually love this, and kept it for a whole year and just kept shaving it. And then the second time I shaved my head, I will admit it was like, just went through a breakup. I need to change. My hair takes too much time. It's time that I need to spend crying. Like, and then I shaved it. And I was like, I feel so good. I made this Instagram post about feeling free. And like 2 weeks later, I was like, why did I do this?
Oh,
but
wow.
Yeah, this time it was like, I've been thinking about it for most of quarantine, and not from a quarantine perspective, but more of like, I had fun, I dyed it green, and then it was like a blondish green, and then it was burgundy, and then I was like, I don't want to do anything else with it, so I'm gonna cut it off.
Yeah, okay. It's like you're making a commercial for me to shave my head. I'm like, yo. You know what I mean? When you get into a relationship and someone already loves you, you're just kind of like, you can come home with anything. Like, I can come home and be like, surprise. Like, whatever. You said you love me.
True.
You know what I mean? It's like, I can't, like, I just, but I would want to, like, I like color. That's what I love about braids. Like, I get to have, like, color with the braids that I would never, like, actually do myself. Because I used to use Sunnin. Do you remember Sunnin?
That sounds very familiar. But again, a smell is coming to mind more than anything.
Yeah, it's like cherries or something. So I used to put Sunnin in my hair. And I remember this, I was in grade 7 summer school because, like, honestly, I wasn't dumb, I was lazy. But my mom was just like, what's, like, going on? I was like, I don't really feel in school. But anyway, so I had to go to summer school. I had Sunnin because my friend Megan had Sunnin, and she's like, it's going to be cool. It works on all types of hair, which is my favorite slogan for any hair care product. It's like, works on all type of hair. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, we'll see. That's like the one size fits most. I'm like,
yeah, I like, do they still have one size fits all?
They do it like Brandy Melville. And I'm like, that is optimistic.
I was like, no size fits me usually is usually the slogan.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what, like, some places I'll be like, you know what? Shout out to George from Walmart. I don't know who you are, George. But George, you really got it right. You got it right. Because if I try to get an extra large, it is actually too big. If I try to get a large, I'm like, yo, it's limited down. If I try to get a medium, it's like, girl, you need to get on the treadmill. but we still love you, and we'll let you get those up we'll let them get you over your ass, but you know what I mean? George knows. George has been with some curvy women. So shout out to George, Walmart, what up? Even though you're destroying the planet, we stand. Okay. Last question. So this question, and you know what I mean? I'm messy. I'm so messy. You're a Libra, so you're messy in a private way. I'm a Sag. That's why I have this show.
It's no, accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's behind the scenes. But okay, here we go. Messiest question. We can both answer this question because I think that I have an answer, and my boyfriend's at work. So
I can't wait to hear this.
All right. So if you had to choose one person in the Toronto stand-up scene to go on a first date with just based on their hair, who would it be and why?
The first person that comes to mind, especially when we were talking about how difficult it is to maintain a fro, is Jade Niles.
That's who I was going to say.
Really? It's a nice fro.
It's
like she's round, she's on time. Like, you never see that anymore. Nobody does that anymore.
Yo, Che's I mean, does Che need any more motivation to have people think that they want to date him?
No, probably not.
Rewind, we're taking it back. No, but that throw is on point, and it's so shiny and beautiful and lustrous and you know what I mean? The face isn't bad either. Hey Che, what's up?
I doubt he's watching or will, but if you are, my DMs are open.
Oh,
and there's a good time. I'm a Libra. You gonna ask me that question? You thought I wasn't gonna solicit?
That's what the handle, Bad Dog is not playing. You know how to make sure.
Bad Dog supports.
Yo. Oh, the Thirsty Dreams is gonna be our new show. Oh man. Okay, well, since you already said the same person that I was going to say, now I've got to think of another person. But Che does have amazing hair. I think that also, if we could get rid of the beard on this person, because what is going on with that? But and this person knows, yo, I love you, as a person. But if we get the beard gone, Paul Thompson has beautiful hair, beautiful hair, luscious, curly. Everyone already thinks we're sleeping together, so this is going to make it worse. We are not.
That age-old rule that two people can't be friends without.
Yeah, you can be friends with someone and not sleep with them.
I think people you two are both so funny and so fun that people just hope that you would be sleeping together because they just vicariously are that would be a great time.
Would it though? I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know. You know him better than I do, so I don't know.
It probably. Yo, you're trying to get me in trouble right now. Stop that.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
He does have beautiful hair. Let's go back to hair. It's hair.
It is beautiful hair. Beautiful hair. Beautiful hair. The beard's a lot right now, but I already have a rabbi, but but
I don't know what he looks like right now, so
you can go to my Instagram profile and see a picture of Paul Thompson because I post thirst traps for him, so you'll get a girlfriend. But yeah, if you look at it, you'll see. Okay, so let's wrap this up. This has been super fun. I hope that everyone's gotten enlightened on what to say and not say to Black people about their hair. We dragged a school in Etobicoke. We will find the name, French immersion. That will be posted. You know what it is. Jade Niles, mad people are trying to smash. You got it. Paul Thompson, we're not smashing, but if you want to tell him that we are, so you can finally text me back, hey. That's been Quarantea. If you want to donate to the show, please make sure that you do. baddogtheater.com/quarantea. make sure you support the live arts. You know, we're out here struggling. If you want to use a little bit of that CRB, we love to tell people that Justin Trudeau is funding this show. Just kidding. No amount is too little or too much. Treat it like the LCBO. Give your finest toonie or give your favorite 10. You know what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching the show. We'll be back next time. Jade Niles, Craig, everybody, give it up.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next time. That's been Quarantine. Bye, y'all.